eliminate gun manufacturers' immunity from liability. And I'm determined, once again, to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
You went to the state with the strictest gun laws in the country, talked about a mass shooting that happened there, and then called for stricter gun laws for the nation. You guys are brilliant. Big thanks to Bullet Safe for sponsoring today's video. Now guys, this is level 3A, so this is going to stop anything up to a 44 Magnum. Extremely comfortable, you can wear it under a shirt, on top of it. Now we did a video on these a couple of months ago where we shot them, and let me tell you that they stop a lot of rounds. And the best part of these is it comes in at $299.97, which is an outrageously great price for what you're getting. And on top of that, they're also giving you 10% off. I'm gonna put the code, the link, everything down below the video for y'all. Go grab you one, because as we just discussed in a different video, my buddy got shot with one of these on, and it saved his life. Everyone, welcome back. You know, I was kind of busy over the weekend, so I didn't really want to do a video on this because I kind of wanted to enjoy my weekend, not really interested in what Sleepy Joe is doing nowadays. But if you care about this country and what happens to it, obviously you kind of have to pay attention. And he came out with this whole long list of executive orders that he's going to fulfill, he's going to put in place, he's going to enforce on the American people. Now, mind you, while this is happening, North Korea is deliberately firing missiles into the ocean to try to intimidate us, to send a message to us. They also had 800,000 people overnight join their army. That's a lot of people. And of course, Russia and China are out doing their deal. We could be at World War III any day now. And what is the priority of the White House currently? Clearly not to figure out why there was a Russian jet just dumping fuel on one of our drones. No, that doesn't matter. What's important in America currently is to make sure that the citizens are disarmed. So let's dive into this because, wow.
The Biden administration is taking new steps to try to address gun violence. The president signed an executive order yesterday in Monterey Park, California. That was the site of a mass shooting just 2 months ago where a gunman killed 11 people during a Lunar New Year celebration.
Whoa, wait a second here. I thought the administration currently wants the entire country to be like California in terms of their gun laws. You're going to a state to talk about the nation's gun control, where in that state, you pretty much have to give your left nut to get a gun. Do you guys think before you plan anything out? Seriously. So look, everyone and their mom is covered what's in this bill. Not going to go through all of it. If you want to look at it in detail, go to the White House website. I don't really care enough to go through the entire thing, but I did want to cover a few points that just seem a little bit goofy to me because they need to learn what the word contradictory means. They've never truly understood it. It's a pretty common word. You can look it up in the dictionary. The first one I want to talk about is universal background checks, which is interesting because the ATF has just put out that most guns used in crimes are bought legally. Well, the government doesn't really give another option for people nowadays, so where do you think they came from? Of course they were bought legally. They had to start somewhere. You guys really just do not have any brain power over there. Do you think they start illegally from the manufacturer, and then the manufacturer does a side deal with some gang in LA? So they were never bought legally. But even then, let's just go with what the ATF is saying. If most guns that are used in crime are bought legally, why would you need a universal background check then? I mean, what is it preventing? A universal background check is going to prevent, for example, in Texas, a private firearm transaction. They're going to have to go into a shop and do all the same paperwork in order to do that private firearm transaction. But if most of the guns that are used in crime were bought legally, then what is the point?
Executive order ramps up our efforts to hold the gun industry accountable. It's the only outfit you can't sue these days.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting you bring that up because everyone would love to sue you. Okay, Joe, let's just look at this for a second. Let me break this down for you, Joe, so someone like you can understand this. If I open an ice cream shop and I sell you a box of ice cream sandwiches, and then you resell them to your son Hunter, and he fills all of them with cocaine, and he then sells them and somebody overdoses off of his ice cream bars with cocaine in them. Is that my fault? Because I'm pretty sure we live in a country where we are free to do what we want. That is what's happening in the gun industry right now. A manufacturer makes a gun. It's a tool. Then shops, FFLs, buy either the parts or the full builds from the manufacturer. Then they sell them to consumers. Then the consumers can pretty much do whatever they want with them. And then if one of these people decides to use it, God forbid, in a mass shooting, you want to go all the way back up to the top and sue the person who made the gun? I mean, I use ice cream example. Let's just go with it. Is the person who bought the cocaine-filled ice cream sandwich gonna come back to me? No, 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 no. In order to do this, you would have to completely ban the Second Amendment. But of course, you guys don't get that.
It does that by calling out for an independent government study that analyzes and exposes how gun manufacturers aggressively market firearms to civilians, especially minors, including by using military imagery.
You know what the best marketing for guns are? It's the fact that y'all won't address crime. It's the fact that these DAs are all woke and they just let everybody off with doing robberies, home invasions, shooting people, all of it. That is the best marketing for guns. There's no ad, there's no TV, there's no nothing that is better marketing than you being at a gas station and seeing someone get held up. No better marketing than that. So there is something that he said at the end where he said, oh, we're not going to give up. We're going to ban assault weapons. It will never happen, and even if you do, you're not going to get any of them because there is no agency out there, including the ATF, who's going to risk their lives to go collect more guns than there are people in the country. They're just not going to do that. And if you're relying on everyone to just be like, oh, okay, like you're the government, here you go, you banned them. No. It's not going to happen. We are almost at World War III, and you're trying to disarm your entire country. You guys are really smart, very smart. What do you think other countries are saying? But here's the best one. Let me read this. Improve public awareness and increase appropriate use of extreme risk protection orders and safe storage of firearms. You notice how they put in improved public awareness? You know what that means? That essentially just means getting more people to call the police, which then will report to the ATF. Oh no, this guy doesn't seem okay today. Come and take his guns. Do not be fooled, folks. This red flag protection order crap, it is a loophole to them banning your guns. So what I recommend is make damn sure whoever is in your life, whoever knows you, whoever you hang out with, whoever has your phone number, whoever knows where you live, make sure that they're not going to screw you over. Because all it takes is one phone call. Oh no, this guy seems dangerous. They don't need a good reason. They are on a rampage to disarm everyone. They are not going to discriminate in terms of the urgency of the situation. As long as they have something on record saying, oh no, this guy seems dangerous. I saw him yell at someone the other day. As long as they have something, they will go and do it.